Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to explain about what is our typical clients are, what is our typical real estate companies are. This is just for educational purpose. This is not the right legal structure for everybody. If you need further details, you should consult a legal expert or a CPA for more further details suitable for your business. But this is typically our clients, what I see usually. On the top level, we have the holding companies. The That is a business kind of the head office kind of thing. So they manage the whole line of businesses, and they have sub departments or sub companies too, which does a different task. And usually they keep it separate so that one doesn't impact the other in liability terms or in financial terms or any of those things. The first one is they have a development or an acquisition company. So the acquisition or development company is where they bring in investors. It's mostly a client servicing company. They bring in investors, and they do the marketing. They do the plan. What is the profit they're going to make? What is the brochures of the company? So that is the acquisition and development company. And this, what they make sure is they bring in the clients who are investors and who will be investing in different properties. And this also is, maybe a legal team, CPA team, and marketing team. All those, it comprises of those things. And what is their revenue is acquisition fee. That is, they find a deal, uh, they do the acquisition fee of 5% or 4% or 6%, whatever the acquisition fee to do it. And once the acquisition, then they do the construction, and the construction and the property management. They have an asset management. They oversee the construction, they oversee the property management, and they typically have a management fee of 1 or 2% they does. So for an asset management company, this is usually asset management, development, or acquisition company. What we do is we can go in detail for what each companies we do. Okay, and then there's a construction company. So the construction company is, once they identify a property, they have the investors, then they do the construction. If it is it's a ready to move in, or it's turnkey property, there is no construction needed, then this company may not be involved. It will directly go to they will do self management, or they outsource the property management. Usually they have a construction wing to do all the construction, even if it needs some kind of rehab or value addition. They do the construction division, they do all the construction, and they manage it. And whenever they identify a property, let's take a multifamily, they have a property one, they form a separate LLC where all the investors get involved in it. They own the property, and they may have an agreement with the investors on how this will be managed, what will be how it will be, the profit will be shared, what percentage. Usually there is a waterfall method where the general partner takes certain percentage and the investors take a certain percentage, or guaranteed preferred return on investment. They have a different this thing. So each property they invest, they have a separate investors, and they do the asset management. As usual, construction is just a construction. They do the construction. Once the construction is done, then they either outsource to a local property management company if they don't want to do property management, or they will have their own self property management, which will manage the property. And this asset management company oversees these things. Some companies, this is a separate company by itself. Property man, if you own it, you don't need a property manager. Sometimes what I've seen is these are real estate companies, they also have a brokerage where they buy or sell the properties. These things, if you want to buy others property, you need a license for anything. But if you are the owner, then you don't need any license or any state regulations to follow it. But if it is self managing, you can do by yourself. But usually we have all these are clients. We have brokerage, we have property management company, we have construction company, and we have asset management companies. Now let's go into each company and see what we do for them. Okay. The property management company, that is one of the most common thing. They manage the assets. At the end of the day, that is what they do. And the main major tasks, in addition to several other things, is bookkeeping, uh, leasing is one of the main thing. It's first and foremost maintenance of these properties, collections for delinquencies, legal and all those things, and bookkeeping too. And usually there are property management softwares like Appfolio, Buildium, Yardi. There are several softwares in the market. They leverage one of these softwares to do all these tasks. Most of the currently property management softwares can handle all these things. I've not put in more details. You also have some kind of website. You can also look into some investors, but definitely every property management will support all these different tasks. And most of the time, it is, if it is 50 plus units, Appfolio, Yardi, that is what they use. If it is less than 50 units, it is Buildium, or it can Appfolio is supported only in US. So outside of US, most of the companies use Buildium or Yardi, or there are several other softwares too. And outside of US, they also use QuickBooks for bookkeeping. But whether it is Buildium or Appfolio, they also have their own bookkeeping module, so it is much easier to do all the bookkeeping tasks. A leasing, that is key important. During the summer season, the leasing season, a lot of work goes on during this leasing period. Bookkeeping is between Jan to April is where most of the property management companies are busy with bookkeeping. And May to September, it is going to be leasing because it's the leasing season. Maintenance season happens throughout the year. Issues can happen anytime. Collections also, it's can happen throughout the year. Then you have the brokerage, typical brokerage. They are mainly into buying, selling. There are some brokerage who only does leasing, and some companies do only transaction management. This is pretty straightforward, and we help them to digital marketing, leasing support, transaction brokerage, all those things we help with them. And acquisition, now acquisition is where the buying, or where they look for the investors. And most of the time they involve with office administration, calendar management, email management, IT support, kind of their software, different kind of supports, investor relations, asset management, which is kind of managing these property managers, bookkeeping, and marketing assistance, and all those things. Construction. So construction is one of the key areas where they do we get a lot of requests on the construction project management. We get office admin, IT support, marketing, bookkeeping, and virtual assistants. That is pretty common in any business. You get all these things, which is very specific of construction is the project management. I would say even that is pretty much important in any business what you have. So these are our clients. These are typically our clients, and this is what typically the property, the real estate company's structure is. So if your company needs any of these services, you can look out for us, or there are several companies, our competitors are there, but you can leverage other companies outsource these tasks to companies like Acrebook. Okay, thank you.